What's up, Graham? It's Guys here, and well, the turns have tabled. During a day where the stock market quickly plummeted about 1 to 3% across the board throughout nearly every industry, sector, and business, one particular investment is not only unfazed, but it's also skyrocketing beyond belief, and that would be the one, the only, Dogecoin. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's rather unbelievable, but in the last 48 hours, the market cap of Dogecoin has increased $16 billion, moving itself into the fourth largest cryptocurrency by market cap, crashing Robinhood's servers and reaching a high of over 60 cents. Which means, for reference, Dogecoin is now worth more than the entire market cap of the publicly traded company Coinbase. Let that sink in for a second. Not to mention, at the same time, Ethereum has been blowing past expectations, reaching its all-time high price of $3,500, as JP Morgan claims it's poised to outperform Bitcoin. So now, of course, the question everyone wants to know, what on earth is causing this insane cryptocurrency run-up during a time where the stock market is falling? Is it too late to get in? How high could this realistically go? Why aren't my stocks going up? And most importantly, did you get your free stock worth all the way up to $50 when you use the link down below in the description and sign up for public? Well, I did, and here's what I got for the few minutes it takes just to sign up. Here we go, $11 worth of Disney. So thank you guys so much, and also big thank you to everybody who smashes the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I can't even begin to tell you how much that helps out the channel. So how about this? I'll make you a deal. If we could get this video to 100,000 likes, I will invest $10,000 in Dogecoin and hold it for the next year. I think that's a fair trade, and that would effectively make every single like on this video worth 10 cents of Dogecoin. So if you want to be a part of that 10 cents, feel free to hit the like button, and with that said, let's begin. Alright, so first, we gotta talk about what everyone wants to hear, and that would be Dogecoin. Yes, it is true that it was created as a joke between the creators in 2013, it was never meant to be taken seriously, and it was never designed to be used as a currency. But the lovable nature of the Doge meme made it irresistible for people not to want to buy it and hold on to it. And over time, it began growing in popularity and price. Like just a year ago, it was trading at 1/5 of 1 cent. Meaning, had you just invested $1,000 a year ago today and then held on to it, you would now be up 21,000% or $210,000. For comparison, had you invested $1,000 in Ethereum a year ago, you would be up 1,450% or $14,500, and had you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin, you would be up 500% or $5,000. So to put things into perspective, Dogecoin has increased in price 40 times more than Bitcoin and 14.5 times more than Ethereum just in the last year. So what happened to cause this insane rally, and could we actually have one day Dogecoin trading above $1? Well, we should first look at exactly what caused this to happen in the first place, and when it comes to this, there are a few main catalysts. First, trading on Robinhood. 2018, price 0.002 cents each. In 2018, when Robinhood announced their cryptocurrency platform, Dogecoin was added on the list as a currency that people could buy and sell. This gave it significantly more exposure and allowed their users to seamlessly buy in just like they would any stock without having to go through the hassles of an exchange. And that, of course, boosted its popularity. Then we have second, TikTok 2020, price 0.0043 cents each. Shortly after the pandemic selling spree, a viral TikTok began appearing of what's known as the Dogecoin challenge. It made the argument that Dogecoin is practically worthless, and if all 800 million users of TikTok each invested $25, they could drive up the price to $1 and turn that into a nearly $10,000 profit. Well, sure enough, thanks to the virality of TikTok, the price of Dogecoin actually increased 43% in 48 hours, which even though it didn't reach $1, it's still insanely impressive. But that then brings us to third, Elon Musk, December 2020, price 0.003 cents each. This is where Elon Musk does what Elon Musk does best, besides making fantastic cars, but that would be tweeting his support for Dogecoin, with of course, just one word, Doge. Sure enough, that was enough to send the price up 30% in 24 hours. And then from there, things started getting out of control. Fourth, Reddit, January 2020, price 1 cent each. Just like Wall Street Bets put its attention on GameStop and AMC, causing the price to soar, they also turned their attention to Dogecoin, causing the price to go up 600% and settle at about 4.5 cents each. Fifth, Elon Musk, again, February 2021, price 7.5 cents each. Just as the Reddit craze began to stabilize for Dogecoin, Elon Musk shares his enthusiasm for Dogecoin, once again calling it the people's crypto, which immediately causes the price to go up 30%. After that, we then have 6th, Doge Day, April 20th, 2021, price 36 cents each. Leading up to this was a huge wave of enthusiasm, from Elon Musk tweeting about it, billionaire Mark Cuban speaking in favor of it, and a multitude of other businesses who began voicing their support for accepting Dogecoin as payment. That caused the price to go parabolic, and the more media attention it got, the higher the price went, which meant the more media attention it got, and it just became like the self-fulfilling prophecy of non-stop Doge. Then finally we have 7th, the perfect storm, May 2021, price 60 cents each. I call this the perfect storm because it's not just one catalyst causing the price to go up, but instead a multitude of different factors all happening at the exact same time. Like Webull began incorporating Dogecoin on their platform, Gemini began allowing Dogecoin to be bought and sold. The stock trading platform eToro also included Dogecoin to their 20 million users, and with Elon Musk's upcoming SNL skit this weekend, some people feel like a mere mention of Dogecoin would cause it to finally hit $1. Not to mention, Oakland became the first baseball team to start selling tickets in Dogecoin, and the Mavericks began accepting payment in, you guessed it, Dogecoin. That created such a high amount of demand that Robinhood trading temporarily crashed from all the activity. But shortly after, they fixed it, and now here we are. Dogecoin is hovering right now between 50 and 60 cents, which is double from the last time I covered this. And the question now on everyone's minds is, have you already hit the like button yet? And how much higher can this go, and can it actually hit $1? Well, as it is now, Mark Cuban believes that meme coins like Doge only work if they gain utility and users use them for that utility. As long as you could spend Doge, because we know its annual inflation rate is set to 5 billion coins, it could gain some value as the utility grows. It becomes like any other currency. Or in other words, because there's an infinite number of Dogecoin which will enter circulation at a rate of 5 billion annually, the only way for it to consistently go up in price or stabilize is for more people to buy in or more people to use it. If that happens, then yes, it could theoretically be a stable source of currency. But as it is right now, that growth is not sustainable without mass adoption. To put that into a different perspective, in order for Dogecoin to hit $1, its market cap needs to increase by $75 billion during a time where 5 billion new coins are entering circulation. And that's also got to happen during a time where more people are buying in without letting go, which is not impossible, but it's not an easy task. The creator himself, Bill Marcus, even said that $1 Dogecoin would take the market cap above that of actual companies that provide services to millions, like Boeing, Starbucks, American Express, and his former employer IBM. But on the other hand, the KuCoin CEO said that compared to Bitcoin, Doge is more suitable to be futures money for higher supply, lower price, and faster transactions. It's tailored for daily payment, and its community culture can easily resonate with the general public. And that, along with mass adoption, could very well keep prices elevated. But the reality still remains. 10,000 new Dogecoin enter circulation every single minute as an inflationary currency. So there needs to be a minimum of $720,000 buying in and holding every single day, in addition to the current inflow, just to keep the price from falling. But as more and more people begin to lose trust in the US dollar, combined with more and more businesses accepting Dogecoin as payment, we could very well see more money pouring into Dogecoin in the near future. For example, when it comes to this, we gotta talk about what's going on right now in the stock market, because trust me, by the time we explain what's going on, it's going to relate back to cryptocurrency. Yesterday, the stock market experienced a rather abrupt sell-off from what appears to be concerns about rising inflation and an uptick of interest rates to prevent the economy from overheating. These concerns were voiced by the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, who shared her opinion that the $4 trillion stimulus would cause a sudden burst of growth into the economy, and in order to keep prices in check, interest rates would have to go up sooner than expected. That caused the entire market to instantly begin selling off in the fear that if inflation persists, the cost to borrow money is going to increase. That means fewer dollars would enter the market and valuations would decline. There's also the concern that if we see inflation through the $4 trillion worth of spending, that's going to further devalue the currency that we have sitting in our banks. And from that perspective, cryptocurrency is almost seen as a solution. Even though it's highly volatile, because it's decentralized, people find comfort knowing what they're getting into, and that it can't be unexpectedly devalued by the push of a button. Bloomberg also wrote an opinion piece tracking the price of treasury yields along with that of Bitcoin. And they found that overall, as treasury yields rise, anticipating more inflation, Bitcoin tends to increase as well. This could also be further popularized by cryptocurrency ETFs and index funds, which eventually, when they hit Wall Street is going to be a massive success. The S&P, for example, just recently released a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and cryptocurrency index available on their website. And possibly soon, that could be available to any investor out there without the hassle of going and buying it themselves. To me, it seems as though a combination of a lack of trust with the US dollar combined with inflation concerns, combined with rising interest rates, and a more mainstream acceptance of cryptocurrency have really continued to bode well for the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, which right now in the midst of everything are doing really well. And lastly, speaking of Ethereum, JP Morgan recently released their thoughts that Ethereum could very well wind up outperforming Bitcoin due to a wave of institutional investors paying closer attention to Bitcoin alternatives. And of course, shortly after that, Ethereum climbed to its all-time high of above $3,500. So as far as my own thoughts on this, let's first talk about Dogecoin. I'll admit I'm torn because it's hard not to believe that the market cap is not just getting ahead of itself, because intrinsically not a lot has changed besides the ability to now be able to buy it on Gemini and eToro. Which I get it, the more people that have access, the more money's gonna come in. But it's too early to tell just how sustainable that's gonna be. To me, I'll flat out say that I'm a boomer and I don't get these valuations other than just a game of musical chairs to see how long you could hold out for before eventually the floor falls and the price plummets. But I also see the appeal, and it's a way better transactional currency than Bitcoin. And if more retailers begin to embrace and accept it, then absolutely it could very well hit $1 and stay there. But remember, right now it's still speculation, and I would venture to say that a lot of people buying in are either doing it for fun or to make money. I highly doubt people are holding on to this because one day they want to buy something with it other than just as a novelty. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this to dismiss that Dogecoin can't one day be a major player, especially if one day Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and Google end up accepting it as payment. But objectively, the valuation right now doesn't make a lot of sense, and I would treat this as something that could either double from here or fall 80 to 90% in value. I'm certainly more open-minded in calling these investments today than I was a few years ago. But in my entire life, I have never seen something rise 21,000% in a year that doesn't experience a major sell-off at some point. Just be careful, and if you're up a life-changing amount of money right now, there is no shame in taking some profits off the table. When it comes to everything else though, I said a few months ago that I invested 1% of my entire portfolio between a 60-40 mix of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And lately my goal has been to try to bring that up to 5% by the end of the year. Well, now I'm getting pretty close to that, with Ethereum having tripled in price since I originally bought in. And I'm still dollar cost averaging into both, just like I would with any other stock. I personally believe that the future popularity of Wall Street cryptocurrency indexes, as well as decentralized finance in general, is going to continue seeing more and more demand every single year. So I'm in this for the long run with the expectation that over the next few decades, it could end up doing really well, but I'm also prepared to potentially lose all of it. So when it comes to Dogecoin to $1, it's certainly possible, and at this point, it's really just a matter of supply and demand. And with all of this recent momentum, I would not be surprised if this were to happen. But whether or not it could actually stay there is going to be a different thing. And it's not only going to take a lot more money pouring in every single day, but also a lot of mainstream adoption if this is expected to stick. And let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and like I said, I pretty much read all the comments, so chances are if you write something, I'm going to see it. And really, if there's anything that I have learned with cryptocurrency over these last 5 years, it's honestly just this: to expect the unexpected and that anything can happen. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there, as in the second channel, The Graham Stephan Show. I post there every single day. I'm now posting here, so if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, make sure to add yourself to that. And lastly, if you want a completely free stock worth all the way up to $50, use the link down below in the description, and when you deposit $100 on the platform by May 7th, you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a completely free stock of Tesla that right now is almost worth $700. So that's all it takes. May 7th is the deadline. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your free stock, and until next time.